Well, good evening everybody, happy Pancake Day. Thought we'd do a bit of a nighttime vlog. Well, I say nighttime, it's just evening really. But it's a nice night, it's nice and clear, the stars are out and everything. Too bad you can't see it on the drift because, well, let's face it, drift in the dark is like having a chocolate fire guard. Anyway, what I want to talk to you today about is, well, it's a little story about how I got a scar. And I was reminded of how I got this the other day. It's a bit bumpy on that. Watching one of Skeggy Cruiser's recent videos. He rode past the place where I got this scar. So I'm going to insert the video clip here of Skeggy Cruiser, because he's kindly let me use the footage. So here we go. So just coming up on the left is the pub where it happened. Now this is a brilliant pub, or it was at the time, cause can't remember how old I would have been when this happened. I think I don't know, 11, 12, something like that. And yeah, this pub has a brilliant play area. You've got an epic climbing frame and all sorts. But anyway, that's not where I got my scar. So we were at this pub, we're on family holiday up to Skegness, like we normally used to every year. And this year, my grandparents were with us as well. They had their dog with them as well. Henry, mad Weimaraner, completely mental. Anyone who owns a Weimaraner would know how insane they are. You just can't wear them out, they're just nuts. Anyway, yes, we are at this pub, and attached to this pub, well not attached to the pub, but behind the pub, there is a field. I don't think the field belonged to the pub, I think the field belonged to a farmer, but he used to let people who were using the pub use the field to walk the dogs. I think that's how it was. The situation's a little bit weird when I'm thinking about it now. Because to get into this field from the pub, there wasn't actually a gate or a stile or anything. It was, you just had to go over the fence, which was a barbed wire fence. Anyway, I wanted to take the dog for a little walk around the field, so it wasn't too much of a problem, you know. It was just like 2, maybe 3 strands of barbed wire. So you put your foot on the middle one and push it down to the floor, and then lift the top wire up with your hand and just, you know, crouch underneath, no problem. So I got into the field, walked the dog. I can't remember if I took him off the lead or not. There might have been a thing where you had to keep him on the lead. I can't remember. Anyway, that's not so important. But yeah, coming out of the field, I'd got him on the lead. And because he's a Weimaraner and he's pretty strong and he's mental, you can't just hold the lead in your hand, because if he goes running off, and you let him go. Thank you, Minnie. I take back everything bad I've ever said about minis. Actually, that's a lie. You're probably going to tailgate me in a minute. Anyway, where was I? Sorry. Yeah, if he decided to run off, he would take the lead out of your hands quite easily. So I had the lead wrapped around my wrist. So if he did sort of try and get away, I could hold him back easily. Anyway, he caught me off guard. As we were coming out of the field and through the fence again, I was just separating the strands of barbed wire. And as he was going underneath the barbed wire, he either smells something or sees something, or I can't remember what, but anyway, he decided to go for it. So he yanks me along, yanks my arm sort of upwards and into the top strand of barbed wire, and I'll get a nice big cut down my arm, sort of going from the base of my thumb. In fact, I'm going to insert a different bit of video here so you can actually see it. Going from the base of my thumb all the way down my arm. It was pretty nasty. I don't remember it hurting so much. I just remember the shock of suddenly seeing a lot of blood. Luckily, we had plenty of first aid stuff in the car, so I got bandaged up quite quickly. No real problem. I just had to spend the rest of the holiday in a bandage. So yeah, that's how I got this scar on my arm. Now back then, health and safety wasn't heard of, so you know, this sort of thing happened, you know, and being at a young age, it's just like you bounce back from them sort of things, you heal up pretty quick. But can you imagine if that happened in these days? If that happened today, that pub would be sued the crap out of and probably closed down and all sorts. It would be ridiculous. But no, this was back then, you know, it was all fine. Nobody got sued. We all got on with it. I think we got a free drink. And I wasn't annoyed at the dog, I wasn't mad, I wasn't upset that he'd done that. I understood that it was just unfortunate, and he decided to attempt to run off at the worst possible moment. So I think that's it for this video. I'm off to go eat loads of pancakes, and if there's any footage worth putting in of me being a complete tosser, then I will include that at the end of the video. Well, I promise you some footage of me being a complete tosser, so there you go. Happy Pancake Day, everybody. Take a look at this just before I go. Oh, I've messed that up. Never mind. Yeah, you got to have decent ingredients when it comes to pancakes. So we've got the lemon juice, golden syrup, Biscoff, Lotus Biscoff spread. This stuff is amazing. If you haven't tried it, try it. It will change your life. It is brilliant stuff. Sugar, cream, and Nutella, of course. So yeah, that's me probably dead by the end of today. Ride safe, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
One of the power line adapters, the bit that plugs into the mains, exploded
first.
and it exploded while I was looking at it. I wasn't actually fiddling with it, I was literally just, it was in my line of sight. I glanced at it for no